Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Your Run Tower of Adventures, where we're going to go ahead and try and see what this whole thing is over here all about. Which, if you're wondering what I'm referring to Buttermilk Cookie's story. Apparently, sometimes whenever they release a new cookie, they actually have a new story event to go alongside of it that doesn't have to do with like the main story that Ginger Brave is a part of, which I do find pretty interesting. This has been done a couple times before, like with Jalapeno Cookie. I think, if I can remember, it was Silverbell Cookie, and a bunch of other cookies from what my knowledge remembers. But it's still pretty interesting, because I'm pretty sure even Lemon Zest had to go through this as well. And they usually give you some exclusive rewards for it, but it's weird because I think they changed the format of this. I think it's meant to be similar to how it worked with Silverbell or something. I don't know. But with that being said, this is just a standalone straight story. So it just goes from point A, point B, point C, point D, point E, point F, point G, point I, and just all the rest. It doesn't seem like there's any branching paths, so it should be a little bit more simpler. But I am curious because here's my big question. How do we go from just bright, innocent little sweetie to this? What phase did they go into? I want to find this out for myself. I'm so curious now. You've made me curious enough, game. Show me. We're starting off with the first one being Starry Night. And if you're wondering, going to the other cutscenes, it doesn't spoiler it for you. But every single cutscene that you complete, you get 30 crystals out of it. So you can get 270 crystals just for doing this whole thing, for doing some story. But then again, there might be some levels where you have to fight. So if that's the case, then sure, why not? But I have no idea. Tomorrow is the day of the initiation ceremony for the Citrus Order Knights. To think I'll finally become a knight. I still can't believe it. But tomorrow, my dream will become reality. My childhood dream. Look! Look! A shooting star! A star, you say? I see nothing but the pitch black sky. Could it be? Could it be this child has been born with the blessing of the stars? How could a cookie born to an ordinary family like ours see the guardian star? It's a miracle. With some luck, he might even become a citrus knight. Only the chosen cookies are accepted there, after all. You'll do your best, right, Buttermilk Cookie? You're destined to be a very special cookie. A very special cookie? That's right. I'm special because I have the blessing of the stars. The sky is filled with stars tonight, but only one of them shines brighter than the rest. That was a pretty short story, but at least for doing that, we managed to get ourselves 30 crystals out of that. Which now that makes me confused. What did they go through to act like such an antagonist? I know I haven't seen anything from them looking evil, but like, come on. If you saw their gotcha animation when the game updated to this update where you see like, you know, oh, it's time to meet this cookie. There's something evil in their eyes. I could just see it. I know people told me don't judge a book by its cover. This is Cookie Run. It's all about judging books by covers. I don't know, but now we have next story, which is from Story Night to a very special cookie. I'm assuming this is referring to them. I hope it's a them or him. I don't know the gender. I'm so sorry. I'll figure that out later on. At the citrus altar. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. All of these cookies are in the citrus order? I didn't think so many cookies had received the blessings of the stars. And just being able to see the star isn't enough to be special here. Hey, look! It's a Knight Commander. Are these knights? I am Lemon Curd Cookie, Knight Commander of the Citrus Order. For being the youngest Knight Commander in the history of the Order, he sure carries himself with dignity. As expected from a cookie raised in a prestigious family. If I had received the same education they get in the Lemon family, I'd have joined the Order much earlier too. I sincerely congratulate you on joining the Citrus Order. There are 2 creeds a Knight of the Order must live by. We must strive to always serve the Light Guardian, and we must do so while staying responsible for our every action. If even a grain of impurity enters your hearts, you will lose the blessing of the stars. Lose the blessing of the stars? Once a year, the Citrus Order holds a Light's Judgment qualification exam. On a day when the Light Guardian's star shines bright, starlight dust falls from the sky. Only cookies who can gather and bring that dust are recognized as Knights of the Order. And those who fail are ultimately expelled from the Order. Oh my gosh, expelled? Like, who would want to be that? Why is the school justice?
Those of you who bear doubt and uncertainty may take your leave, but if you decide to stay, march forward for the glory of the Order. That will be all. Dismissed!
Expelled? I'll... No, I'm destined to be special. Even if I'm not from the Lemon family, I was born with the blessing of the stars. I am worthy. I'm sure of that. What's important is my skills. Late at night... Just a bit longer. I cannot afford to rest.
If you overexert yourself like that, you'll end up hurting yourself.
Lemon Code Cookie? I mean Knight Commander, sir.
Oh, he's trying to push himself to train because he doesn't want to fail. Oh, it's one of these stories, and then he ends up failing, and then he's gonna have this hateful vendetta, ain't he? Oh, I'm so scared. I don't want to make these early predictions, like, already, but, like, it scares me to think about that. Oh, gosh. Alright, well, not much else to really say about that. I do like the, lemon curd cookie, how... I guess I am putting life into their voice, but, like, obviously I think of them as, since they were the youngest knight, but they're still a leader, I think of them as, like, eccentric and kind of fast-spoken, because, lemon. Anywho, next is the Lost Star. Could that be referring to us? Who knows? Or maybe that's referring to, right in the center of the screen up there. I'm sure the swordsmanship training ended hours ago.
Please, forgive me for sneaking into the training grounds, sir.
It is the duty of a knight to rest up, so that they may perform their work with excellence. Don't let greed cloud your judgment and cause you to act irresponsibly.
It's not greed, Knight Commander, sir, I'm sure you've never been in my situation. You have always lived a life of abundance, never feeling impatient or anxious.
Who said I never did?
Huh?
My blade has been passed down through my family for generations. It is embedded with a gemstone, once bestowed upon my family by Citrus Cookie.
Citrus Cookie? That's the first cookie to be knighted by the Light Guardian.
Also known as the greatest knight to ever join the Order.
See, of course someone like you would know.
Since this gemstone came from someone like that, I had to become nothing short of the best to earn it. I had spent my days feeling like I could crumble at any moment under the sheer pressure. Even since that day, I underwent the trial to obtain the Guardian Stone. Who the pleb is messaging me on WhatsApp? How the pleb dare you? It felt as if I was fighting an unending war every single day.
I'm so sorry. I just assumed.
Tell me your name.
It's Buttermilk Cookie, sir.
Let this be a lesson, Buttermilk Cookie. Worthiness. It's not something anyone can just give you. It is something you have to claim. To prove for yourself.
Then I'll prove it to you, my worthiness. I'll prove that I'm a special cookie, sir.
I'll look forward to it. You should return to your dorm before sunrise.
Something I have to claim.
I mean, I'm hoping that, did someone just honk their horn? Hello? I'm hoping that their worthiness is slowly going to give them a little bit of motivation, but at the same time, I'm hoping that something bad doesn't happen in the midst of it. That makes them turn into getting a downfall. I hope not, at least. That'd make me so worried, like, seriously. Because I find hope in this cookie, but the thing is, I feel like they're going to stray off the path. That's my major worry. Anywho, fourth one is a shining knight.
These nighttime training sessions will be the end of me. My vision's even getting blurry. Oh, I'm sure I saw a star twinkle just now. Did I just imagine it? Doesn't matter. I have to focus on the Light's judgment exam tomorrow. It's my chance to prove my skills to everyone. To the Knight Commander.
Did you hear? They say a new recruit is the Knight Commander's younger brother.
Apparently he got in as an elite knight right from the start. Those fancy pants families sure got their lives set up for them, huh? He started out as an elite knight? Here I've been at the brink of crumbling, just barely making the cut for becoming a regular knight. No, I was born with a blessing. I just need to take a look at the sky to see... Huh? Wait, why is the sky so dark? Why can't I see it? The star. I can't see the Guardian Star! No, the Light's judgment exam's tomorrow. How? What did I... It's impossible.
Stardust! Come get the Citrus Order specialty right here. See its extraordinary golden glimmer for yourself. Where do you think you're going? With the peddling, get out of our sight, merchant.
Hey, you! Do you have a moment?
At the citrus altar.
I'll just hide some stardust here, and then I'll return tomorrow and pretend I found it by chance. This isn't cheating. The star just isn't showing at the moment. It'll be back. I'm worthy. I am a special cookie.
It's you. I expected an intruder.
Knight Commander!
Explain this pile of dust. Were you trying to cheat? With your abilities, I'm sure passing the exam would have been no problem. Explain yourself. Or is it that you can no longer see the Guardian Star?
That's not it. I really want to stay in the order, sir.
Buttermilk Cookie, as of today, you are hereby expelled from the Citrus Order.
But no!
Yeah, greed got you him. You know, honestly, if it were me, I think the first thing I'd do before making any bold assumption, like, let's say, in this heavily hypothetical situation, I just suddenly lost sight of the stars. I think immediately, like, if I was, like, not, like, all the stars in the sky, like, if I were human, but, like, if I was a part of the Order and I saw the stars, immediately I'd, like, consult someone, instead of just, like, going straight to the merchant and just, like, hiding some stardust. First of all, conveniently sold stardust. Like, what? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, that's, they were blinded by greed and like, technically it was both greed and envy when you think about it, because, he just wanted to win, but also he was envious of, like, people who were, immediately drafted in, they didn't have to fight for it, which I think is kind of ridiculous, because I feel like everyone should have a fair shot at it, so there's no doubt about that, but at the same time, you can't just cheat your way in. And don't even say it's like an exploit. That's not even an exploit. You're literally just trying to put that right there, right before the game starts, and you would know. It'd be more funny if, like, someone else just found it, just go like, wait, where is it? Where is it? Where the flip of the star? Let's go. I put it right there! But then again, he already lost the position, so I feel bad, don't get me wrong, but, like, he kind of had this coming to him. And now we have the next cutscene being the smell of twisted fate.
Time is it? My head is aching from all this crying. I have no tears left to shed. They have strained out of my dough, changing its flavor. I have nothing of value left. No flavor, no fragrance, nothing. Was this my destiny from the beginning? To get a taste of success, only for it to be ripped out of my hands, to become worthless?
Something smells nice.
Who are you? Also, what do you mean smells nice? I have nothing left but this horrible sour smell.
To me, the smell is totally appealing, though. The smell of rotten curdled despair and anger. And as it happens, there's something I want from the citrus altar over there. You seem like you could bring it to me, so what do you say?
From the citrus altar? I can't. I was thrown out by the Order, and they won't let me back in.
Haha! Who cares about what other cookies let you do?
Who cares?
You want revenge, don't you? You want to ruin them. They are the ones who made you like this.
I want to get back at them. Those cookies who gave me worth and took it away again.
Then this is my gift to you. I think it'll fit you perfectly. The abyssal powers of death.
What are you doing with my sword?
Oh, your sword turned into a cross. What do you think? You like it?
I guess it doesn't need to be a sword now that I'm no longer a knight.
Great! Now all you need to do is find the Guardian Orb for me. Take that weapon for a spin. I'm sure you'll love it.
Taking this weapon for a spin? Sure. Up until now, I have been forced onto a path set by fate. But it is time I take my destiny into my own hands. Now I will be the one determining my own fate.
Of course it'd have something to do with Melon Cream Cookie. So far, like, one of the big major antagonists, I think one of the first major giant antagonists that we see in the game, because so far, like, we've only heard of tales of the Guardian Cookies, and we've seen, like, one major antagonist, like, every floor that we had to fight, and other than Kohlrabi Cookie, as far as I'm able to find, and, like, like being right now, being, Buttermilk, Melon Cream is, like, is just, they are something else, considering that they're a Calamity Cookie. But now we have to sneak back into the altar, and we have a battle stage. Okay, because all these are just story. Like, look at this. Story, story, battle. It says it right there. But apparently we also have to watch. I guess it just plops us straight into the stage. So I'm assuming it's going to give us a description of how Buttermilk Cookie works. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yes, but to put the expanded details on. Okay, so passive skill is Crossed Fate. Direct hits with the ultimate and the final attack of the basic attack combo grant stacks of Conviction. When Conviction is at maximum stacks, using Final Judgment causes the cookie to enter the Hour of Reckoning state. While in the Hour of Reckoning state, hits with the basic attack cause Light of Obliteration to occur, and stacks of Conviction are turned into stacks of Condemnation. Light of Obliteration damage is 175%. Okay, so it stacks damage onto like ultimate and basic final attacks? Interesting. And also causes a lot of lasers from what I can tell. And for some... Why is that in a different language still? That's in Korean. Like, am I just wrong with that? There's a little bit of Korean like text right below Buttermilk Cookie. What's going on right there? Okay, well... Noble Punishment. Attacks with the Butter Cross up to 3 times. This is the basic attack. First hit does 156%, second hit does 156%, third hit does 256%, and also charged up with Glorious Sentence, gathers energy in the Butter Cross and releases a shockwave forward. The fact that his damaging thing now is just straight up a cross, oh boy. We're getting into some religious stuff now, and the charge up attack does 250%. Next is the special being Holy Judgment. Uses divine powers to attack nearby enemies. When Conviction is at maximum stacks, Final Judgment deals damage to nearby enemies and enters the Hour of Reckoning state. When Condemnation is at maximum stacks, Sacred Transgression becomes available. Sacred Transgression uses the Buttercross to do area damage. In the shape of a cross in front of the cookie, the area immediately explodes, dealing additional damage. And it has all the cooldown skill damage and all this other stuff. Great. And of course, basic dash, no wonder. And lastly, the ultimate is Fall from Glory. Levitates in the air, then fills the surrounding area with light and dark energy, then merges it to create an explosion, dealing damage. When using the ultimate during Hour of Reckoning, all stacks of Convictions are consumed and turned into the stacks of Condemnation. Then, Light of Condemnation, or Light of Obliteration is created, dealing increased damage based on the consumed Conviction stacks. Cooldown is 30 seconds, and the skill damage does 115% times 6. It is added to 507. That's a lot of damage right there. Well, they're a fighting smasher, so what better way to test this out than, test this. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate. So, some basic attacks. Okay, so it's a big swing. So, wide area damage, swing. So, it kind of reminds me of Cream Soda. And then swing, especially since they also have the triple charge. Okay, and then we can do the special. Bam. Activates that light. And then bam. And then we can trigger this. Nice. And then do this. This is another wave. Let's do the ultimate. Oh my gosh, it's a whole strobe laser. And you know what? Plug off with you. Slam with a cross. That looked more like a plus. Trial mode completed. Perfect. Yeah, obviously we had to, like, take on a bunch of enemies just so we could make sure that we sneak past. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go from the cutscene Light of Stolen Darkness. We're gonna have a 1v1 with Lemon Curd. Oh, I hope nothing bad happens to Lemon Curd, if I'm gonna be honest. As expected, these statues have been enchanted with defensive magic. The security gets tighter the further in I go. But where is that guardian orb? Your efforts are in vain. Lemon Curd Cookie. You will not find what you're searching for at the citrus altar. You hid the orb, didn't you? You'll tell me where it is if you know what's good for you. If you wish to know, you'll have to defeat me first. Haven't seen that sword before. Is that the blade you were bragging about? The one with the citrus guardian stone embedded into it? I see you think you have the leisure to yap. You know, Knight Commander, it was my dream to one day face you in combat like this. To one day stand by your side. And to win against you in a fair duel! How does it feel to be lying on the ground, Knight Commander? It seems like the tables have turned since last time. Are you disappointed in me, huh? Because I am. To think the cookie I once respected only amounted to this. The knights will arrive at any moment. When they do, you won't be shown any mercy. I'm not scared of a bunch of timid squires. While I do like to finish you off right now, this gem will suffice for now. Don't you feel any shame? Acting like this is under the watchful gaze of the Guardian Star?
the guardian star. Unfortunately, I no longer see the stars.
You could have just asked for help. Like, what if the solution was like so simple, and like you just can't go back? Just take it up with glory and like take on a different career. I don't know. Maybe it was like some fluke. Maybe it was something that your parents did. I don't know. Becoming a useful cookie. Imagine if in like the last, like one of the last, they just immediately get betrayed by a melon cream, and like that's that. I'm gonna cry if that's the case. I have to get out before the order finds me.
Boo! Huh? Got you, didn't I? Let's see, did you bring what I asked for?
The guardian orb isn't in the citrus altar.
Huh. Well, that sucks. What about the gemstone you're holding?
Wait, that's...
It's not what I expected, but it'll do. Want to see something fun?
the gem. It changed color?
What do you think? Want to keep it? With a teeny weeny promise that you'll do what I say. I'll give it to you.
Why do I have to do that?
You don't have to do anything. I'll just get rid of this then, no biggie.
No, I was going to use that to destroy the citrus order.
Oh, so scary. Let's do it this way. You bring me the guardian orbs. If you have all the guardian orbs, they let you go somewhere very high up, you see. But it's just so hard to do it on my own, you know. But if you would help me find them all, I'll let you keep those powers.
Why are you asking me? I cannot even see the stars anymore.
Because to me, you seem like a very useful cookie.
I'm useful? Fine. Sounds like I have nothing to lose from this deal.
Alright, this'll be fun.
I'll prove myself. Prove my worth.
And then they got married, the end. Alright, no. Anyway, there's only one more cutscene that has to do with this, which is, Starless Night? So, like, from the start, Starry Night. Now, Starless Night. And didn't we just see this? Yeah, in state, number 5. So we had stars before, and now there's no more stars. Which, by the way, I was wrong. It's not 270 that we'll be ending. It's actually 300 because, you know, this gives us 60 just for completing the story. Oh, the downfall of Buttermilk Cookie. Oh, that's definitely what this video is going to be called.
This is the final war, Melon Cream Cookie.
Well done, Buttermilk Cookie.
Be careful. If you touch them...
Bad things will happen, I bet. What good is sensing the power of the orbs if I can't touch them?
Isn't that why I'm here? At least I can hold them.
But it seems you were unable to find the light orb in the end.
My apologies. The other orbs were no issue, but for some reason the light orb...
It's no big deal. I'm sure that cookie will bring the light orb anyway, so don't worry about it.
That cookie?
You know, that cookie. Gingerbrave, I think his name was. I heard he's a cookie with nothing special about him at all. Something about having a shining heart? No clue, but he seems like a funny character.
That cookie with a shining heart? Huh.
Anyway, let's go. The light orb will be waiting for us at Sugarland.
Gingerbrave. That mean you are worthy of holding the light orb? If I'm not worthy, then no one is. Another starless night.
Hey, Buttermilk Cookie. I'm not gonna wait forever.
On my way, Melon Cream Cookie.
And that's how they ruin their whole character. No, I'm not watching again. I just want to claim the crystals. There we go. Alright, thank you. Well, that's the whole story done. We saw the entire downfall of how we saw a once hopeful, dream-filled cookie resulted to this. Just another pawn in Melon Cream Cookie's plan. Isn't that plumbing sad? Makes you wonder who the pleb else is part of Melon Cream's plan, but that's the whole entire story for you. And you actually got to see a bit of a taste for how fighting with Buttermilk Cookie goes. I'll probably do like one more poll to see if I actually can get Melon Cream. I doubt it's possible, but you know, it would be cool if I could. Because also you have to bear in mind there actually is a bonus event where if you get Buttercream and you actually manage to upgrade them, it's actually right under the story thing, right? Yeah, it's just right under there. And that's even for obtaining, and you get How Pathetic. Oh, they're one of those types. Great, okay. The cocky, very femme-like looking ones that people will simp for. Anyway, here's some crystals. Tell me if you can get anything good for this. Nah, it's nothing. Wait a second, no, it's something. Wait a second, that was purple. That was slightly purple. Does it mean what I think it means? Is it? Oh, no, it's Dark Choco. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dark Choco is still good because I think they're one of my highest promoted cookies, but still. Pistachio. It's still an epic. I can't turn my nose up at that. That's lemon. That's the wrong lemon cookie I want. And that's the Swaus. That's the Nunge. Where's the chocolate? I ordered chocolate. Well, technically I didn't order it. It just showed up all of a sudden. At least we got another epic cookie at the very least, but like, it's not the one who I wanted, but I can buff you up for sure. I was gonna do one more for banter, but I feel like at the point that I'm at, like, probably not. Anywho, let's just go ahead and wrap up the video here. I don't think there's anything else that we can do because we focus all on the story, so great. So if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friend if you enjoy my Kick Around content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future, and also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Around YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Sub, a link to my merchandise you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi for just $1 a month. You can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. Did I already mention my Discord server? Because I hope I have, but above all else, I will see you in the D's and Guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.